Hey guys, welcome back to OTAKURA, the channel where we talk about anime that actually deserve your attention. Winter 2026 is absolutely stacked. Dark fantasy, revenge stories, overpowered protagonists, emotional sci-fi, and some of the most beautiful magic anime we've seen in years. But here's the thing, most people are only talking about the obvious titles. Today, I'm counting down the top 10 upcoming anime of 2026, ranked by pure hype, from hidden gems to the most anticipated show of the year. And trust me, number 1 is on a completely different level. All of these anime are releasing in 2026, so let's jump straight into it. On number 10, A Livid Lady's Guide to Getting Even. At first glance, Elizabeth Leeson looks like the perfect noble lady, elegant, composed, and destined to become the future queen of the kingdom of Haldoria. But everything collapses the moment her fiancé publicly breaks off her engagement, throws her in prison, and destroys her reputation with cruel rumors. For most stories, this would be the part where the heroine cries and waits to be saved, but Elizabeth is not that kind of woman. With encouragement from her loyal maid Marae, and fueled by pure rage, Elizabeth makes a terrifying decision. If the kingdom that raised her is willing to crush her, then she'll crush it first. Armed with 7 powerful magic grimoires, she begins a ruthless revenge path, targeting the very people who betrayed her. This is not a redemption story. This is a cold, calculated revenge fantasy, and Elizabeth is absolutely done playing nice. If you love villainous stories where the gloves come off, this one is for you. Number 9. The Classroom of a Black Cat and a Witch. Spica Virgo dreams of becoming a witch. There's just one problem, she can't use magic at all. With no money, no connections, and no way into the magic academy of her dreams, her future looks hopeless, until a mysterious talking black cat suddenly appears before her. And this cat, he can use magic. The deal is simple. Spica wants to learn magic. The cat wants his curse broken. What follows is a secret master-apprentice relationship, full of clumsy lessons, magical mishaps, and slow burn charm. But breaking the curse isn't easy, because the solution might involve something far more embarrassing than either of them expected. This anime blends cozy Magic Academy vibes, light comedy, and gentle romance, making it perfect for viewers who love warm fantasy stories with heart. On number 8, Kusunoki's Garden of Gods. Minato Kusunoki inherits a countryside house rumored to be overflowing with evil spirits. Anyone else would run. Minato casually clears them out without even trying. But instead of peace, something unexpected happens. Gods, strange, quirky, and powerful gods begin gathering around the now purified home. Rather than epic battles, Minato's life turns into a slow, peaceful routine spent drinking tea, chatting, and coexisting with divine beings. This anime isn't about saving the world. It's about finding comfort, balance, and meaning in everyday moments shared with gods who feel oddly human. If you enjoy calm fantasy, spiritual vibes, and slice-of-life storytelling that feels soothing rather than explosive, this one is a hidden gem waiting to be discovered. On number 7, The Warrior Princess and the Barbaric King. Serafina de la Villante is the strongest female knight in the West, sent to crush the so-called barbaric tribes of the East. But her mission fails, horribly. Captured, imprisoned, and humiliated, she prepares herself for torture or execution. So when the tribe's king proposes marriage instead, she's completely stunned. What begins as fear slowly turns into confusion, and then curiosity. As Serafina learns more about the tribe, she realizes everything she was taught might have been a lie. These people aren't monsters, and their barbaric king might be far more honorable than the nobles she once served. This is a fantasy romance with political tension, cultural conflict, and slow emotional growth, perfect for viewers who love enemies to lover stories done right. On number 6, Snowball Earth. Humanity lost. Yukio died in battle. Tetsuo survived, drifting through space in an escape pod. 8 years later, the pod crashes back onto Earth. But what Tetsuo finds is horrifying. The planet is completely frozen, cities buried in ice, civilization gone. This is Snowball Earth.
Alone in a frozen world, Tetsuo searches for answers: what happened to humanity, how Earth fell, and whether survival is even possible anymore. Every step forward is about honoring the promise he made to his fallen friend. This anime delivers sci-fi survival, emotional weight, and mystery, slowly unraveling the truth behind Earth collapse. On number 5, let's speedrun the dungeon with only 1 HP. Yukito Kirihara is a 16-year-old boy who lives a quiet life with his little sister Sana, the one person he treasures more than anything else. But one night, everything goes wrong. An ogre appears outside his window searching for Sana. Without thinking twice, Yukito jumps in to protect her and is killed. Instead of the end, he's offered reincarnation by a mysterious woman along with a strange character sheet written inside a magical book. But when Yukito sees Sana's name inside that book as well, he realizes she's been dragged into this other world too. Reborn with only 1 HP, no room for mistakes, and no second chances, Yukito sets out to find his sister and save them both. Every fight is deadly. Every step must be perfectly calculated. This is an isekai built on pure strategy, speedrunner logic, and high tension, where survival depends on brains, not brute force. And that's what makes it insanely exciting to watch. On number 4, The Villager of Level 999. In the world of Earth Clear, everyone is born with a fixed role: warrior, mage, hero, and at the very bottom, the weakest of all, villager, a role meant to stay powerless forever. But one day, when a monster attacks a helpless villager and their child, a young man steps in and defeats it effortlessly. When his status is revealed, everyone is stunned. Koji Kagami, villager, level 999. Koji has reached the absolute peak of a role that was never meant to be strong, completely defying the rules of the world. As his journey continues, he meets Alice, the Demon Lord's daughter, and together they aim for something impossible: a future where humans and demons can coexist. This anime blends overpowered protagonist energy with world-breaking mysteries, questioning who really decides fate in a world built on rigid systems. On number 3, the Exiled Heavy Knight knows how to game the system. On the Day of Divine Blessing, Eliamis is supposed to inherit the proud legacy of Master Swordsman. Instead, he draws the Heavy Knight class, mocked as useless, unbalanced, and meant for cowards. In an instant, he loses everything and is exiled from his own family. But what no one realizes is that Eliamis remembers his past life. This world follows the exact mechanics of a game he once mastered. And in that game, Heavy Knight wasn't weak, it was broken. Using hidden synergies, clever stat abuse, and pure strategy, Eliamis begins turning the so-called worst class into the most overpowered force in the world. This is a revenge-driven, system-breaking isekai where knowledge beats talent, and the underdog rewrites the rules completely. Number 2, Demons of the Shadow Realm. In a world where select humans wield terrifying supernatural partners known as demons, power is decided by bloodline and fate. Among them exists a prophecy about the children who sunder day and night, twins destined to rule over all demons. Those twins are Yuru and Asa. Separated at a young age and raised apart, neither knows the truth of their origins. As chaos spreads and demon conflicts intensify, the siblings are forced onto brutal, diverging paths, each fighting for survival in a world that fears their potential. As fate slowly pulls them back toward one another, the truth behind the demons, their birthright, and the world itself begins to unravel. This is a dark fantasy packed with emotional bonds, brutal battles, and mythic destiny, where family, fate, and power collide in the shadows. And finally, on number 1, Witch Hat Atelier. In a world where magic feels as ordinary as breathing, Coco is just a normal girl with an impossible dream. She wants to become a witch. The problem? Everyone knows that witches are born, not taught, and Coco has no magical blood at all. Just as she's ready to abandon her dream, fate steps in through Kifri, a mysterious traveling magician. After witnessing him perform magic in a way she's never seen before, Coco uncovers a shocking truth. Magic isn't a gift you're born with, but a craft you learn. What follows is a beautifully told fantasy about curiosity, knowledge, and the consequences of magic, with stunning world building, soft yet emotional storytelling, and a unique spell system based on drawings and symbols. Hat Atelier feels like a fairy tale, with a dark edge hiding beneath its charm. If you love wholesome fantasy mixed with mystery, wonder, and emotional depth, this one is absolutely unmissable. So yeah, that's my list for the top 10 upcoming anime of 2026. Now tell me in the comments, which one are you watching first? And if you enjoy anime recommendations like this, make sure to like, subscribe, and stay tuned to OTAKURA, because trust me, the next list is even crazier.